Might have where we're tunes and tales. That's the tunes aspect. I'm more the tales aspect. I just tell stories, random different things. So, would you guys like to hear a couple stories? Yeah. That's what we'll do. We'll start off with my time as an elf. Now, believe it or not, I was the world's tallest and simultaneously the world's shortest elf. Believe it or not, tallest and the shortest at the same time. I was the tallest in stature and I was the shortest because I got fired on my very first day. Showed up to the North Pole. They were kind of getting us through training when Santa came out and gave us all kind of a little bit of a task, right? Make sure we were up for the challenge. This happened a couple years ago. And I was there listening. I kind of stuck out like a sore thumb, you know, and then we're maybe this tall. I was there very eager to start. And he told us, real simple, all he wanted us to do was to cut 3 ropes all the same length. That was our one and only task. I thought that was pretty easy. I was like, man, this elf job is just for me. Really easy. So I stood there. I was ready to go. Santa came walking through after about an hour, and I said, Santa, I've got them. My 3 equal pieces of rope. Okay, yeah, that was kind of his reaction too. He didn't see exactly what had happened. I somehow managed to cut these unequal. You see, this one's real short. Here, I'll have you look at this one. Yank on it, tug on it, pull on it if you would. Rudolph, you look at this one. This one's real long. Yeah, yank on that one. I see you guys standing up over here. Yeah, everyone gets a front row seat to this winter magic show. Yank on them, tug on them, pull on them. They are what I say they are. Yeah, you see, I cut this one way too long. I cut this one way too short. And I cut this one actually kind of, pretty good. 1 out of 3, that's not too bad. Better than I did in school. So, here we go. Now, I was standing there, Santa in front of me. I had 2 options. I could either go cry, or I could use a little bit of Christmas magic to help myself out a little bit. Ready? I did the latter. I snapped my fingers, and just like that, it started to look a little bit more equal, didn't it? You see that short, itsy-bitsy baby piece of rope started to look like that medium-length piece of rope. That medium-length piece of rope started to look like that long piece of rope, didn't it? I know, you guys are so stunned, you forgot to applaud. Just like Santa, he wasn't very impressed either. Because everyone else had their normal pieces of rope, and I had these funky pieces of rope that went from short, medium, and big. Now, I was standing there, very pleased with myself, might I add. And he took those ropes out of my hands, and he said, no, we can't do that. He changed them right back into that long piece of rope, that short, itsy-bitsy baby piece of rope, that medium-length piece of rope, and he fired me on the spot. And that's how I became the shortest, and of course, the tallest elf that has ever worked at the North Pole. And that is my first story about working at the North Pole. Woo!